Okay. Discipline is doing the things that you gotta do even when you don't feel like doing it. I don't always want to dance. There's days that I am like, I don't want to do this tonight. You know what I mean? As much as I love dancing, believe it or not, there are days where I'm just like, I don't want to do this tonight. There's days that I feel like I just can't even move any part of my body anymore. There's days when my feet are literally bleeding, like literally bleeding from hurting so much from dancing so long. But I do it anyways. I do it anyways because that's the whole thing with discipline. You do it anyways. You feel the pain, you feel the discomfort, and you do the damn thing anyways. Can't call it discipline if you ain't doing that, right? So basically, every single day I go out and I dance every single day, every single night, every single evening. I used to have a set time frame. It used to be from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. But that changed up. My kids started to go to bed early. I start coming out here about 9 or 10 a.m. 10 p.m. now, and I understand I here to like 4 a.m. sometimes. I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, some of the most successful people are the crazy ones. So it is what it is, right? Let me see. I'd say I devote about 85% of my day to dancing. If I'm not dancing, then I'm studying dance, and it's crazy because I never thought I'd be this into it, but I am. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Hold on. That's not all I do though. That's not all I do. You know, I'm also selling clothing online on live shows. I do live streams to sell clothes on whatnot. I sell on Depop. I sell on eBay. I sell on Poshmark. You name it. I sell on that site. Vinted, all of it, whatever. Gotta make money, right? I'm also a landscaper. I do landscaping with my husband every single day, every single day almost. So that takes about a big chunk of my day. But the second we're home, I usually run out and I try to make a couple videos because at night, obviously, I can't record. It's too dark. So at night, it's more like me just dancing for the fuck of dancing. And during the daytime, I try to make videos as much as I can. Um, Let me think. I don't have a set type of like music that I like to dance to. I listen to a variety of music. It could be rock sometimes, it could be hip hop sometimes Spanish. Sometimes I even listen to Indian music sometimes when I'm trying to learn how to belly dance because I mean like that's where all the belly dancing comes from, right? It comes from the Indians. So not Indians, what's it called? Is it Indians? I think it's Indians. Arabians. So yeah. That's where I'm at with that. So let me think. I have a followers. I have about 60 something followers on YouTube. I just started that though like this year. I started it like a month ago. Oh my god. But before now, I used to dance when I was younger, from age fuck. I started at like age 19, and I was really getting good at it. I mean, I was to the point where I was battling people. I would dance battle with people, and it was so dope. It was so much fun. There was times I would get into a battle with somebody and I wouldn't even know that they were the way they were. Like I wouldn't even know that they were like a past dancer. Like, and we would battle, and like they'll just start like break dancing and shit. And I'm like, what the fudge? That's crazy. One time I got into a break dance battle with some black guy. He was an older man, and I don't know how to break dance for shit. I've practiced, but I'm too fat. I can't throw myself around like that. So, anyways, we start dancing right, and I'm going, we're popping, locking, dropping it, and whatever the hell. And this fool just starts spinning on his fucking head, and I'm like, what the fuck? So he's spinning and spinning on his head and shit, and then he like makes the landing, and it looks sick, dude. And everybody, we were all like, whoa, right? So everyone gets up, and I remember afterwards though, he came up to me, he gave me a big old hug, and he was like, thank you for this. I haven't been able to do this in years. Thank you for breaking me out of that shell that I was in. And I was like, that's what it's about right there. You know what I mean? That's what it's about for me. It's not about the dancing so much as like me wanting to get attention. No, it's nothing like that. It's about the breaking free. I feel like it's about breaking past your own barriers because that's one thing that I think a lot of people are embarrassed to do is to sing or to dance in public. Me personally, I used to be really embarrassed to dance in public around here around my husband's area because like I didn't want people looking at me and being like, what the fuck is this weirdo doing? Like what is this weirdo doing over here fucking dancing and shit, fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to be looked at like that. I was embarrassed, I was shy. But after a while of me just, thinking about where I want to be in the long run and if I want to continue to live my life the way I am and be happy with where I'm at or I want to move forward from this, and I was like, no. Like I want more for myself and I want to dance. I love dancing. So I said, fuck it, the hell with everybody else. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do and I'm going to dance. So I just started dancing outside and I didn't care anymore. Now I really don't care anymore. Like I don't care who sees, I don't care who judges, I don't care what people say about me. And it took a long time to get to this place. I don't think that I'm just like this cocky ass bitch that just like don't give a fuck. It's not even that. It took me a while to get to this place where I had ignore the world around me and get into my own bubble, kind of, and just like act like nobody exists but myself. Act like I'm in my own world. When I start dancing, I'm in my own world. Nobody exists. Nobody else is there. I don't see nobody around me. I don't hear nobody. I put my headphones in. I put it on full blast, and nobody else. The whole world disappears. And for that little bit of time that I'm dancing for, I'm in my own world. Nothing else matters but me and the music. And I feel so free from it. You know what I mean? It gives me like a freeing feeling. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life before. Especially when I start flowing, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. It's actually a beautiful thing. And it's crazy because like I know that in this world right now, that's one thing that a lot of people struggle with is being themselves. In a world that tells you to be somebody you're not, it's hard to be yourself. It's hard to be true to who you are, because there's so many people who judge people. Like I can't imagine this younger generation right now. They get so judged. They get so many people that are making fun of them, bullies and stuff like that, and they take it to the heart. They really do. Like if I took every negative comment that people made towards me when it comes to my dancing to heart, I probably wouldn't be dancing still. If I took every negative comment that I've ever received in my life toward anything I did, I probably wouldn't do anything in my life anymore. But you don't do that. You gotta take that, use it as your fuel. Use that shit to motivate you more. Use that shit to be like, you know what? Fuck you. You don't know who I am. You're not me. You're you. And I'm gonna be who I wanna be, and you aren't gonna tell me otherwise. And you go out there and you do it. You be you. Don't be afraid to be yourself. And it's so hard nowadays for people to be themselves. It is. Like, I know that there was a few times I was on the dance floor, right, and I'd be dancing, and I noticed there's a few guys that would be standing on the sidelines, just kind of like tapping their foot, like inching their way in, but then they would step back and go back to their little corner. And I'm like, God, it's so hard for people to just break out of their shells and be who they are. And it's so sad. It breaks my heart because that's how they turn into doing drugs, or they turn to drinking alcohol, and they turn into all the bad shit that they shouldn't, because they're so afraid to be who they really are. And instead they'll turn to bad habits, which is awful. It's really awful. It's really awful. But anyways, yeah, so that's a little bit about that. um I don't plan on teaching dance anytime soon. I'm just trying to really just open up my own self. Like it's more of like a soul awakening for me, you know what I mean? I'm trying to awaken my own soul first. Let me see. I don't go to studios. I don't follow the rules. I don't follow the rules when it comes to dancing. Like I don't go by a certain choreography. I do my own. I freely dance based off of how I feel, the way the music makes me feel. So if it's sexual, you know what I mean, it's gonna be sexual, sensual dancing. If it's hip hop, it's gonna be jumping around, hip hop dancing. If it's jazz, I'll be jazz dancing. It just all depends on how the music makes me feel. Sometimes it's rock music, and I'm just like, yeah, all crazy with it. Let's see, let me think. Trying to remember the questions that I was supposed to answer, and I have like a brain fart right now. I just went from one live to this, so I'm just like, oh my god, my brain's everywhere right now. And I'm worried about my kids too, cause like, oh, my husband took the kids to go hike the freaking mountain and stuff, and I don't even know if he's gonna be watching them right or not, if they're gonna be safe or not. It's just so dangerous. But I didn't want to go with him because I didn't want to be anywhere near him. We're not getting along right now. Anyways, one thing I did want to share with you guys is something to me that's really, really important. I feel like in life is whether you're single now or you're in a relationship or not, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. Oh shit, my bad, my stomach's all hanging out. I mean, I guess it does make a difference, but don't ever stop doing the thing that you love to do because of your partner. Don't stop doing what you want to do because of somebody you're with. Like, I tell my daughter this all the time. You want to have your own separate self. You want to have yourself outside of yourself, Yes, you want to be able to have to enjoy things with your significant other, but you also want to have time to enjoy it alone. Like, you got to learn how to be alone. If you can't be alone, you're never going to make it in a relationship. You're never going to make it in a relationship. If you can't be alone, you can't be alone with yourself. You're never going to make it in a relationship because you got to learn how to be alone. Because there's going to be times where your significant other cannot always be by your side 24/7. You know what I mean? There's going to be times where they got to do their own thing, and you got to learn how to do your own thing too. So have your own hobbies, have your own dreams, have your own aspirations, and don't just be all about that person. You know what I mean? Be about yourself too. Take care of yourself too. Other than that, I don't really have any more advice to give y'all. Continue to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys' support. Continue to share. Continue to hit me up with questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Other than that, ciao.